Good day, folks. I hope everybody's doing great so far. Uh, I welcome you to Larwill, Indiana. Now, for those of you, now I'm pretty sure many of you that are not from Indiana or you're not from the northeast region of Indiana, you're most likely not familiar with this tiny town. Now, Larwill, Indiana, like I said, it is located in northeast Indiana. It is a super small town. The population is 273 people. Now, I was driving through this town on my way to another destination. I wasn't even going to do this town, but I looked around and I thought, you know what, let me give you guys a little bit of footage here. I think a few of you might be interested in either A, yeah, maybe you might want to move here at some point, or B, maybe you might just want to look at the footage. So I decided to just go ahead and give you guys a video of this super small town. Now, Larwill, as of the 2020 census, it has lost 3.5% of its population. The population, as of the 2010 census, was at 283 people. Now, here's where things, in my opinion, get a little interesting when it comes to the population. Now, when they started to record the census in Larwill back in 1880, the population was 506 people. Now, the population peaked at 994 people during the 1960 census. Now, from the 1950 to the 1960 census, this town had experienced a 214.6% population increase. But for whatever reason, I have no idea what the reason is. I tried to research it, couldn't find it. But for whatever reason, from the 1960 census to the 1970 census, only 10 years later, the population declined all the way down from 994 people to 324 people. And it has been reported at that point the population experienced a 67.4% decline. That's huge. And again, I have no idea why. Now, for those of you that might be a bit of a history buff and you know a thing or two about Larwill, maybe you can drop an answer in the comment section, because I don't know. I looked it up. I couldn't find nothing online at all. Now, Larwill was originally developed under the name of Huntsville on November 13th of 1854. The town then changed its name to Larwill on the 8th of March of 1866 in honor of William and Joseph Larwill, who were railroad engineers. Now, when I began to try to figure out why the population went down so much from 1960 to 1970, I couldn't figure out why. I mean, at first, I was thinking, okay, well, the railroad era was back in the 1800s, so clearly it wasn't that. Because because the population here didn't grow until the 1960s, which 1960s was the beginning, or the earlier days rather, of the industrial era in many parts of the United States. So my only thing is, maybe there were a bunch of maybe there's a bunch of businesses here in Larwill, and those businesses, for whatever reason, closed their doors, which caused everybody to leave town. That's the only reason I can think of. Now, what businesses used to be here, I have no idea. I couldn't find anything on that. I was hoping to find something to share with you guys. Unfortunately, I couldn't. I couldn't find nothing at all. Because normally, to be quite frank, I don't really think much about it. But when you go from a population peak of 994 people to what it is currently, which is only 273 people, less than 300 people, it had me curious of what was going on, and I was hoping I'll be able to find something. But anyways, so for those of you that are looking to move here because you saw the video, you like the town, and now you're trying to figure how you're going to get out here, and you know, now you want to buy a house out here, whatever the case might be. So if that's you, the median rent prices are $740 to $1,430 a month, and the median home price is $233,000. However, there are currently no houses here in town for sale. Now, there were a few for sale, but they're all pending. They're all pending under contract. And I'll give you guys some geographics here. Larwill is 28 miles northwest of Fort Wayne, which is going to be your closest metro to here. All you got to do is jump on Route 30, and that will take you straight to Fort Wayne. At least I believe, it'll take you straight to Fort Wayne. I think it will. I'm pretty sure it will. Yeah, it will. Now, and of course, if you jump on 30 and then jump on 31, you can drive out to South Bend, which is 61 miles from here. Now, obviously, that's a lot further away than Fort Wayne, but for whatever it's worth, because I'm pretty sure some of you that watch this video, you might want to go to South Bend. Maybe you might want to go to a Northern Dames football game or whatnot. Or maybe you have a son or daughter that's getting ready to graduate high school, and they're looking at going to Northern Dame University, which is in South Bend, or it's right outside the city of South Bend. I mean, someone told me a few years, I think it was like a couple of years or so ago, that I made my video in South Bend, and somebody in the comment section informed me that Northern Dame University was not in the city of South Bend. It actually had a city of its. It was actually located in a community that had its own name. So anyhow, I think you guys get the idea. Northern Dame University is in the South Bend area, and Larwill is an hour from South Bend. So anyhow, so whatever amenities you're not able to find here in Larwill, which you're not gonna find too much out here because it's a super small town. Obviously, you're not going to have to drive all the way out to Fort Wayne or South Bend. You can, if you jump on 30, on Route 30, Columbia City is only 8 minutes away. It's 8 minutes northwest of here. Or you can jump on Indiana 5. You can drive 7 miles north of here and end up in South Whitley, which I have videos of all of the cities that I just named off on this channel. So feel free to watch all those videos. I don't have South Whitley yet, but that video will be coming up very shortly. But the other 3 videos I have on this channel already. So those are your geographics. Now, unfortunately, I was not able to find anything on Niche in terms of what other people thought about Larwill. So I'm going to give you guys my 2 cents, and you guys do what you do with it. Do whatever. I mean, to me, Larwill is one of those small towns where, I mean, in my humble opinion, I would like to say that the housing prices here are a little steep. But then again, whenever the average or the median housing prices are figured out, is based off of the houses that sold the most recently. So if the houses that sold were larger houses, were houses that were, let's say, 2,000 square feet, sitting on let's say, an acre and a half of land, the median house prices are going to reflect the sale of those houses. They're not going to reflect the little small rinky-dink houses that might be 1,000 square feet with 4,000 square feet of land. That might go for maybe $50,000 to $60,000. But outside of that, I mean, I would say if you can find something out, now, like I said, right now, there's nothing out here for sale, at least not anything that I'm able to pull up. Now, maybe if you were to get with a realtor that actually has access to the MLS, they might be able to find a few properties for sale. Now, if you do find something that you like out here for sale, or you find something that might be up for rent, I mean, I would say one of the big advantages of living here in Larwill is at the same time you get to enjoy the small town life. You're also very close to city amenities. And you're within a half hour of the city of Fort Wayne. So within a half hour of here, you'll have access to all your city amenities. You'll have access to the amenities of a metropolis city as well. And plus, you're not far from South Whitley. So I would say those are some of the biggest advantages of living here in Larwill if you're looking for that small town life. But but at the same time, you're not trying to be so far from everything that it's going to take you 2 hours to get to the closest city. Now, as far as Larwill in itself, I mean, to me, it's a typical Midwest small town. I mean, I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I don't really see anything all that special about this town. I mean, people that live out here appear to be, they appear to be happy out here. It's quiet. It appears to be low key. As I was driving through, I saw a couple of people outside just sitting around, just relaxing, enjoying their day. There's one guy that had a fire lit, and he was just sitting in his lawn chair and just watching the fire burn. So it appears to be a relatively laid back town. Now, as you guys will see in this, as you guys probably already saw, I mean, yeah, there's a few houses that are dilapidated or in poor condition. But other than that, I mean, I don't really have anything bad to say about this town. Alright folks, that's going to be all for the commentary. The video is going to be ending in another minute or so. So I'm going to take this opportunity to thank everybody for tuning in and watching another video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. If you like what I put out, give videos like this a thumbs up to help with the YouTube algorithm. And on that note, stay blessed.